I wanted to play with you guys, but I was just really trash. And you in particular were like really good at the game compared to everyone else. And I was like, okay, I gotta get as good as Patty or like reach a good level where I can, not die like first round. And I would say it's been a success, but at the same time, there's been other days, like
We
say
still really suck.
say yesterday,
like last night where we were pretty bad.
This is a Valiant Star podcast. Enjoy.
What's good, beautiful nerds and nerdettes, and welcome back to an episode, or should I say Minnesota, of the Nerds Be Like podcast. As always, it's me, Daniel, or Dan, whatever you want to call me, and with me is Patty. What's up?
Hello, Daniel.
I don't know why I said my name like
why
that.
you said that either.
Because, my name on Discord is, the short version. That's weird.
Yeah.
You know what? It's because someone asked me what my name was at the restaurant today. Over the phone.
I see.
And then also when the guy came in, he's like, "Are you Daniel?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the only one here."
Wait. Why did he just needed to know your name?
That's besides the point. No, it's because he asked me for my name and he then proceeded to say his name. All right. So like I said, it's Minnesota today. We're gonna be talking about a year recap of Valorant, Act 2. That's what you call it, right?
Yeah.
Even though there's already Act 2 in game.
Yeah. Because we're on I think
we're
episode
cool like that.
3.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's weird because there's episodes, and then within the episodes there's acts. It gets really confusing.
No, I get it because film stuff. That's fine. So yeah, before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and ding that muffin bell. And also join our Discord. We're in here right now. I already mentioned it up top. That's what my name is in here. Just Dan. Just stop by and say hi if you want. Yeah. All right. So like I said, Minnesota. So we literally will skip news because saving that for tomorrow's recording. So yeah, Patty, why don't you bring us up to speed? I guess. Or do you want to go at the origins of the game because you found out first?
I mean, yeah, because the first episode, the beta wasn't out yet, right? Or was it out?
You're asking the wrong person. I joined in afterwards.
I don't remember if I had played the beta before
No, the beta was definitely before.
Hold on, because I didn't play the beta as soon as it came out.
No, it was like a couple days, maybe a week.
No, it was like a week or two into it because the beta was pretty long. It was like a month, I think.
Oh.
It was a while. It was like over a month because it was in April it started, and then it released on June 2nd. And I only played. I didn't even because I've played a bit of CS:GO. I have a couple hundred hours, but not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was never really into that kind of game. And then I kind of accidentally got a beta key because I still don't remember.
How?
I don't remember watching a stream, but apparently I did. And I just was on Twitch one day and I just saw a notification and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And it was like, "Hey, here's a Valorant beta key." And I was like, "Oh,
Pug."
Well, I guess I'm playing that now. And I just started playing, and I was like, "Wait, this is just like CS:GO, but it's easier, and it's prettier,
and it's abilities."
Riot Games,
yeah,
because
the art department
are cool. Because I didn't play a lot of CS:GO, but I've played a lot of Overwatch, which is probably a little bit more similar.
Closest thing, yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to the abilities. So I was like, wait a minute, this is just Overwatch, but with better, gunplay mechanics, precise gunplay, we're shooting
no
really
running
matters.
gun. Yeah,
shooting matters in Project A.
So that was the original. That was the original title, right?
Project A? It was Project A, and then it got released as Valorant. I still can't believe a developer unironically tweeted that. Said in Project A, shooting will matter. They literally said abilities won't kill.
And then they proceeded to release
and then Raze exists.
Yeah.
She was an like unreleased character that was available. It's just like, oh, okay, interesting.
Let's see. So like, I know we brought it up on that live stream we did like a year ago with the news. But it was only like a brief thing you brought up. And I'm like, oh shit, that's on. I don't even know if I said that sounds cool or not. But I remember asking you guys because you were playing at the time. Oh, who's the popular character? You're like, everyone said Viper, Viper. That's who ended up being on the thumbnail. But yeah, like you think you played for like a couple weeks or
Yeah.
2 weeks. I don't remember how long, but you
I played for a
and
little bit.
and then everybody else kind of joined you.
Yeah, because you had to get
The key.
yeah, because it was. I don't know if it ever went into. I think it did eventually go into open beta. I don't remember.
I don't know. Everyone else got the key, I think.
Maybe it
I'm
didn't.
pretty
I don't
sure.
remember. But it was
'Cause I-
because you had to watch like Twitch streams,
Yeah.
and then you could
Was
get
it
a
random?
key from that. Yeah, you were just watching, and it would just like randomly, like every
Oh.
X amount of time, I guess, during a stream, it would just be like, all right, we're gonna give out some keys. And I think I watched the stream for like 30 minutes and got one. So that was pretty awesome.
I know you guys were playing. You guys were like having like a lot of fun at the time. And I was over here with my crappy computer. I'm like, oh shit, I'll wait it out. And I got a better computer, and or maybe it was a little after that. I'm not sure, but I got it after the game was released officially. Maybe like 2 weeks or a week after.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been playing since.
Yeah, honestly, I am surprised that out of it,
Everyone?
maybe not you, out of all people, would be the one to play it the most. Because I never expected like. I don't think Tones
Eric?
would have ever played it. No, because like
Oh.
people like Eric and like Brandon and Lenny, they played like a lot of Call of Duty. Because something
Oh, right.
people need to understand is like for until like kind of recently, I am like the only PC gamer here, pretty much.
Yeah.
No one else was a PC gamer besides me for a while. So and like when Valorant was coming out, most of you still didn't have. I mean, like Eric didn't exist. You didn't have like a good your computer now. I think Tones didn't have his computer. Brandon didn't have his computer.
We all got it like one after the other.
So like when like we started, when the game came out, like I feel like we just didn't really talk about it a lot because like
Oh no.
I didn't think other people were gonna play it.
I mean, I didn't think I was gonna get that attached to it as much as
I didn't either.
It's really funny because I was like, I think what happened, and I think this my excuse or my explanation is, I wanted to play with you guys, but I was just really trash, and you in particular were like really good at the game compared to everyone else, and I was like, okay, I gotta get as good as Patty or like reach a good level where I can, not die like first round. And I would say it's been a success, but at the same time, there's been other days, like say
we still really suck.
So yesterday,
like last night, where we were pretty bad.
Yeah, it's really funny. I was like, oh, come on, man. Fucking Sage all the time. I was mad last night at that.
We suck together.
Yeah, you know what? We clutched as well, so not even gonna say nothing bad about that. Yeah, so it's been a year and a couple days since because you said June 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay, so like 4 days have passed. So overall, how do you think the year span has gone with the game?
I don't know.
I'm asking you because I don't know.
I think balance. I think it's been a lot of up and down, and I think it's mostly up because there have been Ascent came out like on release, and even in like the beta, I mean, Split was like an absolute dumpster fire of a map. And then I don't remember when they changed it, but they made a bunch of changes to the map. They like really opened up the map because before it was like a really tight, closed map. It was not fun at all to play. Yeah, in the beta it sucked.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because I know in the beta there was like a large pillar in mid.
Yeah, admit like where like that little jump up spot was just a
Yeah.
hard, massive pillar that you could just sit behind, and it was just unplayable. And then
Now it's
they
just
opened
open.
that up. They opened up both
Well,
sites.
they opened it up even more, um, in a more recent patch, right? They
I
had several
don't.
changes to the Heaven on one of the sites. It got slimmed down a little bit. There's boxes that were added near garage. They opened up that part.
Yeah, I think the mid changed happened first, and then the other two
Yeah,
happened later. Yeah.
and then we had um
And then on release we had Reina come out, and she was like pretty
yeah.
much broken. Because she could, when she ulted, she could go invisible like 4 times, and it's just like, oh, okay.
I
Or just
remember.
in
Oh my
general, she could
god,
just go invulnerable 4 times in a row and
I
heal
remember
four
that shit
times.
so much. Like
But
I'd
now
be like,
she can only do it twice, so it's like, okay, this is balanced, right? And then they
yeah.
Breach and Viper sucked pretty much at the beginning, and then they were like, we're gonna give Breach 3 flashes that he can shoot through walls almost instantaneously that can blind you for like 2.5 seconds, and he can
how
do them.
how were his flashes before?
He only had 2. They
Mm-hmm.
took longer to go off, and I think they stunned for a shorter amount of time. But I'm not
Oh,
positive on the last one. I think it was just they go off faster now, and he has more. So now he can stun you 3 times in a row, and it's just absolutely pain, and I hate it.
yeah. When they did that change to breach, I was like, God damn it! Like the I think because of that, they have to change the blind
They
screen.
are. They said it already that they're like, yeah, we're gonna fix Breach
Oh,
and
that too.
Sky because they can flash you 3 times in a row with relative ease. Like it's not hard to flash someone 3 times in a row.
There was also that how like they changed the blind screen. It was originally super bright, and because they breach would flash super quick, they had to change it. I assume because of that.
Yeah, they had to darken it because they would literally be giving people like seizures.
Because
Just like,
like
oh Jesus.
people, I assume people would be playing in the dark with maybe lights. I don't know,
I mean,
LED
yeah, we
lights
are
surrounding them.
gamers. We do, just
So
like close the curtains, turn the lights off.
yeah, you mentioned the Viper. She had a more recent
Yeah,
buff
she was
that made
trash
her
for the longest
playable.
time, and then they made her broken. They made her unbelievably broken because they were like,
Oh.
what if, hear me out, you touch any ability, right? Anything, literally like a pixel of any ability of hers, you immediately lose full
Half your
armor.
health, was
Full
it?
armor.
Okay.
That literally gives like all of her abilities like pure like credit value, like thousands of credits of value.
Yeah.
Because if like you throw your smoke screen down, her wall, right? 4 people
Mm.
with full armor walk through that wall. You just took 4,000 credits away from the enemy team, which snap of the finger with a free basic ability.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I remember we were
Thankfully now
playing.
it's 30, so it's
Yeah.
playable.
I remember we were playing on a bind recently, and
I guess like immediately after she was released, I remember.
yeah, and like I passed through the wall. I look at my health. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I
Just
just
where did it
died because
go?
like I didn't check showers. That's where the wall was
it's
at.
like the Pulp Fiction thing. Just John Travolta just looking around, just like,
Yeah, or
where's
the
my health?
Mephisto thing.
Like where'd it go? I don't see it anymore.
Well, yeah, and then
Yeah,
do
that's
you want to talk
another
about
one.
the newer agents, or do you want to save that for the thing we're saving?
We can do the one. I mean, the one that I want to talk about is Yoru because he
Mm-hmm.
was one who, when he was released, he was garbage. Because like his teleport, it
Yeah.
used to be on kills to refresh, which was kind of annoying because like it just wasn't a good enough ability.
Mm-hmm.
Because like a jet dash, like you can dash in, get 2 kills, dash out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nades. You think of all the other ones, it's just like, okay, this makes sense. But then it's just like Yoru is a slow moving, teleporting totem that the enemy team can hear and see if they get close. It's just like, oh, okay. And his footsteps, they still suck. I think his
I think
footsteps are
so
like the
too.
worst ability in the game, like by far.
You really can't. You really don't fool anybody.
No,
The only thing that it actually
they're useful
you're
for is tripwires,
yeah.
and the cool thing is that they will trigger the Roomba. That's actually
Yes.
pretty nice. Other than that, useless.
They also trigger the Killjoy
Oh,
bot.
Armbot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, when I play Yoru, I don't buy them. I just save the 200 credits every single round and I don't buy them because there's no point.
I mean, the combo with the flash and the teleporter is really good.
Yeah, and they made that better. I really like all the changes that they made to him because I think they reduced his ult by a point. I don't remember. They might not have done that. But the thing that is really important is you
I think
come
you're
out
right.
of it faster. It's
Yeah.
like when you're in the, when you're Tokyo drifting, you hit the brakes and you hit the brakes fast, so you can actually get kills. And so it's
And
actually a useful ability, and the flashes are just better.
Yeah, this time around you can actually like teleport in your ult back to where you had your thing. Because before you had to get out of your ult, then teleport back, or do it at the same time. That would have been tricky. You could die.
You couldn't really do it, but now you can just do it whenever you feel like it, which is nice. So he's like actually kind of playable now, and he's in the same post that they made about changing Breach and Sky. They said that like the one thing that they were looking at for Yoru was the footsteps, because they're like, they know it's garbage. Like they know it's just a bad ability.
Well, how would do you think they'd be fixing it though?
I think honestly, I think this is like one of the first times that I think that they like, is I think all the other agents are perfectly, like their abilities are good. I don't think anyone else has like a really weak ability that I can think of. But I think he just needs a new one.
Oh, replacing it?
I don't see how you can make that ability useful.
The only way I can see it be useful is if the noise changes and it doesn't sound fake.
Because you can kind of tell that it's not a Yoru step. Also, they don't really they'll walk into walls and just stop going.
Yeah,
which is annoying. Like
unless you angle them.
Yeah, you have to like position yourself very specifically to get them to go where you want to go. So I don't know. Maybe if there's like an easier way to direct the footsteps, but then you're like removing half. Because maybe you could do it like a Sky Flash where you can direct it.
I was gonna say that
point, because
that thing too.
Yeah, you're removing half of the ability because you can either like put it down and it instantly goes out, or you can put it down and then activate it later. Then what's the point? I don't know. I just think it's just a really
tricky one to do,
bad ability,
or to fix.
Yeah. Just they kind of shot themselves in the foot. They made a really trash ability that's like, I can't see many ways in which it's useful. It's or fixable even. Yeah. Because it's just fake footsteps. That's it. And
it's a good concept,
obviously fake footsteps.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unlucky.
But I remember when he was released, people were like, "Oh shit, he's gonna combat everybody. He's gonna lurk," and that was really
now
the thing that now he can't. But that was the thing that really worried me as a Cypher man. I was like, "Oh fuck, how am I gonna counter this guy? He can go through my tripwires."
Shoot him.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
His abilities suck. Wait, I can just kill him. I don't know. Sky's weird. I don't think Sky was ever bad, but I think she was just boring to play.
I think that she has this also the Viper thing at first too. I think people pick her now more. I feel, at least in my games. At the beginning,
they didn't change her though. I don't think they ever buffed her. She just was the way she was, and people just weren't playing her. Viper was bad from the beginning, but now they buffed her to make her playable. But now people play Sky.
Yeah, including you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm just saying, Europe literally threw at Masters, because this is fun. This is why I think Sky is kind of like mid or trash, right? So it's grand finals of the first international Valorant LAN. It's Europe versus North America, Sentinels versus Fnatic. Sentinels is up 2-0 in the series. They're on 12-11, but they have no money, right? They're broke. Fnatic had a lot of money. Fnatic, they're on Haven. Fnatic took C, right? And they had a good like post plant. They had it all set up. I think it was like a 3v3. As Sentinels is pushing from the defender spawn onto
right.
site, there's a Sage wall that you can still walk past, but it's like a really tight angle that you walk out of, so it's really easy to kill them. Sage is sitting behind the wall right next to the logs. A Sky Flash comes over, and the Fnatic Sky player full blinds his Sage player and doesn't get any of the Sentinels players. And so they just get to walk on, kill him for free, get the gun, they get guns, and then they win the round. I think it was like 4v3 or 5v3, and they win the whole tournament. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. Like, how bad is that? And the Sage player's face cam is literally hilarious because he gets flash, dies, he immediately puts like his hands on his head, just like starts leaning back in his chair. They lose the round. He just immediately rips his headset off, and he's like waving his hands at like his teammate, and it's just, you could just tell he's just yelling at him because he just threw the entire tournament. Because they should have won the round and it should have been overtime, but they just threw the entire tournament. He's just like, don't play Sky.
But Sky is also getting, like you said, like the treatment with Breach, but it's to nerf her flashes, right?
Yeah, I think the best thing that I can think of is that they need to do what they have with like Viper Wall and her wall and her smoke. Is you can't. So like when you put them up, or like when they're up and you put them back down, there's a small cooldown in between when you can put them up again. I feel like that's the best thing they can do, is like when you use a flash, there's a cooldown on it and you have to wait like 3 seconds to do your next flash. Maybe 5 seconds. I don't know what it is.
The only way around that would be like if you have like a Sky and a Breach on your team, Breach flashes first and then immediately.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the only pretty cringe to do that.
It might happen. Like, we're saying it right now, but it might happen to us, like, say, whenever that thing comes out.
That'd be disgusting.
I'll clip it and then put this part in. Yeah, and I mean, we haven't talked about the maps yet. But at the start with beta, you said there was Split, Haven, and Bind?
Those three. Okay. Yeah, they were the beta maps.
And then Ascent came out on release.
Ascent was on release. I think Icebox came out in like October, I think.
Yeah.
And then Breeze came out.
Was it? I thought it was like November-ish. Because I remember like
October? Hold on, I don't remember. I looked up Icebox map, and the first, like, where it says people also ask? The first one is, why is Icebox such a bad map? The second one is Icebox the worst map. Okay, yeah, it has to be October because
okay.
Yeah, because it's like a map guide thing here that was put out in October.
Oh yeah, it says map revealed October 6th.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Because I remember they had that like the snow mini game thing on December.
Yeah, that's the snowball map. And then there was Breeze, which I guess it came out in like April. I thought it was March, but apparently. Okay.
No, I think it's more recent.
And yeah, wow, April 27th. Jesus.
It's been a month, really? Or sorry, 2 months?
No, not even. That's like
a month and like a couple days.
A little over, yeah, it's like a month and a week.
A couple
That's
days.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, so then we had that. I don't know if there was that many there was some changes to Icebox, mainly the Samurai. Oh, really?
Yeah, they really changed Icebox, cuz like, I think it would, cuz Icebox came out right before the what was it called? Something major. But like the Valorant, there was a Valorant tournament that came out like right after Icebox was released. And there was the first professional map of Icebox ever played. One team, a team who was attacking, went the A site like 12 straight rounds and they were just like the round would start, they would hit their W key and they would go to the A site, and that was it. It was the only way that they played the game, and they lost like every single round because the defenders just put half of their team, like 3-4 players, on A, because B was literally like seen as like this unplayable site, which it kind of was.
B's
And
were the yellow boxes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then they changed it because like on B, that the big yellow box, there used to be yellow box on the bottom, and then there was another crate the same size as yellow on top of that, which was
Do
ridiculous.
I not remember? Let me look at the trailer.
Yeah, and then on A, when you go up that staircase right from attackers, and there's that big area.
Oh,
there used to be when you would walk around, there used to be just a drop there. There wasn't a ramp down. There was a drop there.
Oh.
And then on site, there were more boxes. I mean, there so many corners. When it released, it was the worst map in the game. It was
I remember
terrible.
people were complaining. Is that so that yellow box was there, but not the top one?
Yeah, there was one on top of it.
Oh, what the fuck?
On release. Now there's like a shorter one below it.
I don't remember that. That's so weird.
I don't know. Maybe you just want to like erase the experience from your memory.
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly,
maybe because you know what? Maybe because I don't play like Omen or Jet to go all the way. Oh, actually, you know what? I remember that because I remember Jet players and like I remember Antonio did that once. He went all the way up there when we used to play.
It was disgusting. You could just see the entirety of the map if you could get up there, but if you couldn't, you could just see like a tiny head peeking out.
Yeah, and then that's you get like 2 shots, 3 shots, and the whole game's over.
Yeah.
So do you want to do the tier list now or save it for a little bit?
Yeah, why not?
Talk about something. All right.
Wait, hold on. Now that we're on the topic of maps, let's do. I didn't pull this one up. Let's do a quick map ranking.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So obviously, if you play the game in the trash, I would say trash maps. Definitely Bind. Bind sucks.
So you're going worst to best?
I'm going worst to best. Bind. Split. We'll go from Bind. There's a big gap. All right, you gotta keep in mind. You're going from like F to like C here. Let's say Bind.
Does this open up on your side?
No, I don't have it. I don't have this, so I'm just doing it. I would say Bind, Split, Ascent, Haven, Icebox, Breeze.
So you like Breeze the most?
Breeze just is the best map in the game.
Okay.
If you ever played Counter-Strike, because it's the one that's the closest to a Counter-Strike map, which is nice. Because abilities don't matter. Let's go.
I think mine is gonna be a little more controversial. But maybe it's only because I think of the.
And I had Icebox as my second highest map. What do you mean?
Okay. I don't like Ascent as much. I'll put. I guess because I always keep playing there, and like I guess I have bad experiences. I do have really nice one-way smoke on A site, I think. It's wherever the garage isn't. But I do like that part, but like sometimes it's annoying getting that thing all the way all the time. Then I'll go Bind. I don't mind that because I mostly just play Killjoy on that. Then I'll go Icebox.
Oh.
Split, Breeze, and Haven. Yeah.
Damn. That actually might be controversial.
Which part?
Because I think Haven's good, but I still don't think it's the best. I mean, 3 sites is kind
really
of
do
annoying.
like it. No, I like the 3 sites. So do you wanna bring this up how you did? Because you were like, we have 2 options for the tier list.
Wait, what was it? Wait, did I say was it map tier list or
Yeah.
Asian tier list? I mean,
Yes.
we did the map one anyway.
Yeah, but you talked about, you said this would be more interesting than the map one.
Yes, to be much more entertaining because it's
Yeah,
just
but
more things.
controversial on map, but like let's see how this goes with this.
Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna be. I don't have too many hot takes. I don't think. I mean, yeah, I try to think
This is
of like funny
this is at
tier
their current
names,
state.
but yeah, current like right now, this is like literally if you open up the game today and were to play like ranked or unrated or whatever,
Yeah.
not like competitive. I'm not doing that shit. That's like a whole different list. There'll be so many people in trash tier. Jesus. So yeah, the only funny tier I have is yuck at the very bottom because there are some people that are kind of yucky, kind of gross.
Okay.
All
So
right,
we're
what do we
starting
got
off with
first? It's
who?
going. Okay, this was going alphabetical. Okay, now it is. For some reason, they had
Okay.
Astra at the bottom. I don't really know why.
I probably because she's the newest one,
Yeah, I
and
guess.
they just added all her
All
onto it.
right, now we're starting with Astra.
Wait, what's the title? Up to
Oh,
yeah, that's definitely why.
I just stole this one from someone else.
No, that's fine.
All right.
All
So
right.
Astra is a goddamn S tier. She's broken, not balanced, and really not that hard to play. I don't know why more people don't play her.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about this yesterday too. I was like, I haven't seen that many Astra players.
Because like if I'm gonna play a smoke agent, I'm going to play Astra because she is just broken. Like I think she has the longest lasting smokes in the game.
I think so.
I think so. I mean, the only downside to her smokes is that they're clear on the inside. But I mean, so is Omen. So whatever. Yeah, that doesn't really matter.
Jet's the only one who isn't? It's more cloudy in there?
Jet, Brim, and Viper's smokes are all like you're not nearsighted, but like you know how but like there's
You're
stuff
more
going
blind
on
in
inside.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can't see clearly inside of the smoke. Like when you're inside of an Omen smoke, you're gonna clearly see someone the second that they start entering the smoke. I mean, the suck. That's
Also,
all
I
I
mean,
gotta
like,
say. The suck.
her,
This thing's disgusting.
I think the only downside to her is like the same thing with Sova's not recon, the bird. Is you got to go on like a projection form, and you got to be real careful that no one's behind you.
Yeah, I guess, but like you can do it really fast.
Oh yeah.
It's really like it's quick,
and also
like,
you can place
go in
it
and out
down
really quick.
You place it down at the start of the round, you're good.
Yeah, you can put down like all of your stars at the start of the round, and then it's just like, oh, if something goes wrong, just recall the ones that you want back, so you can just get all of your abilities back. Because remember, you don't buy abilities with Astra; you just buy the stars to use her abilities.
That's a really interesting concept. That just because like they're so versatile, you can literally use them for anything. You just recall them.
Yeah,
you have like
and when you recall them, you get a fake smoke for a few seconds.
So like literally, you can
put it. You want to make a cross? Just put it down. Pull it. You put it down, take it back, and then you go.
Yeah.
So you're just saving a star, so you're not using it for anything. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, instead of putting a smoke and then going to say you're on like bind, you put a smoke up on hookah. Instead of putting a smoke there and going to the other site, you just leave it be and then take it away, and you're good.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
And her cooldowns on her abilities are like really short. They're all like, I think the longest is 15 seconds.
For
I think they're like
any other things.
Yeah, I think one's 15. I think one's 12, and one's like 10. I honestly, I don't really remember, but they're all really short cooldowns, so you can get out like 5 smokes really quickly.
Yeah. And her ult is really,
it's kind of nasty.
It's really powerful. Like, cause like you can obviously throw a nade or like a boom bot, but like
you can throw stuff through it, but you can't hear what's on the other side.
There's only one time that I outplayed Astra with her wall, and it was like a recent game we had, like maybe like a couple days ago or 5 days ago. where like the wall was just about to come up. Now I was like, you know what? I got this. I run with it was a frenzy or a classic, and like because she just assumed I was gonna run away. I just charged at her and immediately got her, like before
Nice.
the wall came up.
Yeah, the wall is pretty broken. I've
But
literally like solo carried games as Ash. There's one game we were playing on split 4v5, and I think I got like 8 ults in the entire game, 8 or 9. And it was just disgusting. It
Oh,
was literally
shit.
just I would just farm till I get my wall. Then we would go A. I would wall on split,
hmm
just wall off all of ramp heaven, and then they can't push, and then just smoke screens, and then we would just go and plant. And we had like Astra, Viper, and Sova, so we would just play it. Yeah, we just had the most filthy
broken
post
team
plant in the game. And so we would just win so many rounds off of that. Because I would just take like both orbs and just get however many kills I needed. And then we would just go A and just win around for free. And it was just like the enemy
dude.
team literally couldn't play the game half the time. So yeah.
And like the cooldown for the wall is like what, 15, 20 seconds? No, more than that.
It's her ult, Dan.
Yeah, but how long? It goes down.
Oh, you mean, I was like, what do you mean the cooldown for it?
Sorry, I meant it goes down. You said cooldown earlier.
I don't remember. It is a while. That's why Astra's broken.
All right, next up.
Her. Breach.
It's a current state breach.
I'm gonna say B tier, honestly, because like his flashes are really good. His ult is really good. Other than that, his abilities are pretty mid. Like his fault line can be good, but it takes a lot of skill. It's very hard to use.
That's the
fault line. It's like the
shock.
Yeah, like it's the big stun, the really long stun.
That's
it's pretty skinny, and it's pretty hard to hit. And his C is pretty much a useless ability because it just takes forever to go off. It's like you literally have to like have someone like trapped in a corner, and then you can use it, and then they just peek you and kill you. It's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like this. It's a trash ability. It's pretty bad.
Though I do hate being flashed by him. That's the only reason.
His stuns are overpowered. That's like literally the only reason he's not C tier.
A
Brimstone.
Brimstone. I almost forgot his full name.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him D tier.
Okay, I was with you. You put it up a ceiling. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
It's not okay. He doesn't suck. There's ways to play as him. I just feel like there's not many interesting ways to.
In the game.
Yeah, there's exactly what I was gonna say. There's really no interesting ways to do any of the smoke abilities.
You know, the iPad only reaches so far. You only get 3 of them. They don't recharge.
Yeah.
Over time. They're not the biggest. They don't last the longest, I don't think.
Yeah, you can't do any one ways.
They take a while to get down. Yeah, you can't really do one ways. They're pretty hard. Well, yeah, when you take out, when he pulls out his little iPad, that is an audible sound that the enemy team can hear for some reason.
Oh, is it actually still?
Yes.
I thought they got rid of it.
I don't think so. I've seen people. There's this one guy who I follow on Twitter who complains about it all the time. So
I've been just playing around with it.
I'm pretty sure it's still a thing where you can hear the iPad. The stim beacons are
they're useful.
They were bad. They're okay now.
Yeah,
they're still not great, to be honest. I mean, they
don't know
provide some stats, but it's just like it's a clunky ability to use. The Molly is good. The Molly is probably his best ability, which is kind of funny because he's supposed to be all about dropping smokes.
Mm-hmm. And he's technically supposed to be the easiest, right?
Yeah. And the ult is good, but you have to hit it really well, unless it is pretty easy to get out because it takes a while to go off.
Again, serves really well at post plant, but it's really predictable.
It requires you to get to the post plant.
It's predictable to the point that, like, I think I was playing with Kyle one time, and No, it must have been the Sova. I don't remember if it was the Sova or the Brim, but I was like, he's the last alive. We got to go after him because he's old to sight.
Yeah, if he has ult, you just got to go kill him.
Yeah, so it's very predictable in that sense. But like again, if you get them trapped, say if they use teleporter and Sage walls that off, easy kills. But it's really tricky to use unless they're trapped.
Yeah. All right. I know wherever I put this guy's gonna upset you, Dan.
Yeah, I know.
I just know. It's unfortunate.
You put him in Yuck, I'm gonna actually slap you.
To be honest, Dan, I made this tier for him. Cypher is Yuck. It's really sad because he could be cool, but he's just pretty much useless. If you're like decent at the game.
I think this is the whole reason Patty wanted to do this episode. This to upset me.
just to smoke Cypher one more time. Just like all the cinematics.
Where because literally that's literally what we didn't talk about, which we probably will at the end of this.
There's a really funny
the most
video
annoying
about and like all the Valorant cinematics, like ad stuff. Viper's just always he's always just dying or he's just getting killed.
Cypher's dying. Viper's the hero for most of it. No, actually that's not a lie. That's a lie. He's the villain in Icebox
it's thing. Cypher's just always the one taking the L, which is unfortunate. I mean, his abilities are just...
I've said this once or twice before. I really like how stealthy he is. Again, it's really more about playing mind tricks on the enemy and fooling them. I think my favorite ability is how the not the cages, but how the tripwires work in the weirdest angles.
Yeah,
like I said, you gotta look that up.
Yeah,
or figure that out.
You have to put a lot of time and effort into getting good with his abilities.
But that's the thing. I think I've done the work for me to be no, he doesn't suck.
But if you're just picking up Cypher, the camera is super loud when it goes up. When you pull it out, it's super obvious.
Unless it's
the
very
tripwires are loud
hidden.
when you get close to it, so you can tell where a tripwire is.
Is there a way to fix Cypher for you?
I think you could make the cam silent when you put it out.
Okay.
Because that would help a lot because it's really loud. When when he's on cam. Maybe make it harder to know when he's on cam.
I will say they did fix. I haven't gotten it yet, but they did fix that bug where you go on cam.
Oh, and you just get stuck.
And you get stuck.
Yeah, that was a bug where you would just open your camera and you just couldn't play the game anymore.
I was playing with several other people from a different server, and I think either they were Viper or they were Sova, but it's definitely happened where I go to check cam real quick, I just do a real quick check on my way to a different site. I'm just stuck. I'm hello? I can only move the camera. I can't go back into character. So I'm hey, Viper, can you shoot the poison at my feet? Or Sova, can you shoot a shock dart at me? And that gets me out of camera, but I'm I can't really use the camera anymore.
Yeah.
We can move on. I mean, I'm gonna be upset regardless, but he's my man. I'm gonna represent. I've put in the time.
Just a little too predictable.
I know. I get it. Yeah, but that's why
the ult is trash. I'm sorry. That's the worst ult in the game. It's just a 1 second ping. It should be
multiple
a live ping. No, it should be people get live pinged for 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Okay.
So
I kind of like
where
that.
They're moving because you see the Cypher ult coming. It's you can if you're pushing one way, you hear the Cypher ult coming. You just turn around and start running.
Yeah, or that's honestly what I do with the enemies.
And you pause and you go back to where you were gonna go. It's just oh, okay.
I do that with the enemy Cypher ult.
It's just
Omen also does that as well. Omen players, they could just TP.
Yeah, because it's a good ult now.
Yeah.
All right. What's next to chat?
Shit.
Since because they nerfed her, I put her at C. Because
what was the nerf?
So they changed. So her smokes at the beginning they were 4 seconds long. They buffed them to 7 seconds. Now they're back down to 4.
Wow.
Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate because with the 7-second smokes, she was a lot better. Because like I mean, her the dash is like really good.
The dash is unbelievably like if
Dash
you
is
know how
really
to
good.
you know how to op that'll like
Yeah,
that you're like that's perfect ability for you.
yeah.
I feel
She's like the best opera in the game because of the dash. Dash is just a really good ability. The updrafts they're all right, but
they're
they're
all right
not.
when they work with like other
Yeah,
abilities.
yeah.
Say
I
the
mean,
okay, what's your take on the ult?
I think it's probably one of the better ults in the game because it's like you got to think of it kind of like a Raze ult that can reset itself,
Yeah.
which is really good. But it just takes a lot more aim. She's probably like she's the like if you just have good aim, Jet is probably the best agent for you because she supplements like aim in some of the best ways. Whereas like you can like get into a position, out aim somebody and you can get out pretty easily. And with your ult, I mean, with the dash resets and your off drafts, you can get all over the place, do crazy stuff,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
what I
it
was saying.
can
Like
be
with
really good.
it works with other abilities, the updraft, and like
Yeah,
that's where that comes in handy with the ult. Am I good at the ult? No, but I think it is a really good ult.
yeah, it's something that you have to like get good at it. You can't
Yeah,
just like it's not just good. It's like if you're a bad jet, like you suck. Like you're not very good with aim, or if your aim's not the greatest, don't pick up jet because your good thing is it's just entirely about
and
like
also
you just have to have
you
better
save on
aim
rounds.
because and there's nothing to help you, right? Because like other duelists they have like flashes or like other things to like help them secure kills. Jet doesn't have that. Jet just has to get the kill. And
Yeah,
that's it.
and like going into sight, the only way would be the like smokes and a dash. Oh,
Yeah,
that's also a
smoke
really nice
dash.
thing I really like about her. Just like smoking everywhere, dashing either into the smokes or just to
Yeah,
the
that's
a
what a
little
lot
bit
of
to the
a lot
left.
of like pros do is you smoke
Yeah,
dash. You like basically hit the buttons at the same time and the smoke lands basically at the same time
you
you
dash.
get into it.
And it's a good way to fool people, so I really do like that ability or
Yeah.
those abilities.
So it
All
is
right,
like yeah. Kind of
decent.
all right. This man,
Omen.
Omen. I would put him honestly above Breach. Maybe
Uh,
because I think
yeah.
all his abilities are like really solid. Especially because like so like in beta he was definitely the worst, and then they gave him like the wall hack mode with his when he's putting up his smoke, so you can like see where you're putting it, and there's a little arrow that
Yeah,
shows
yeah, yeah,
exactly
yeah.
where it's going to land. But you can do one ways like super easily with Omen. It's like the easiest one in the game to do the
Yeah.
one ways on because you know
On
exactly where it will be going. Because there's an arrow that tells you this is where it's going
on
and you can see
Ascent,
through walls.
there was a that where you close doors on the where the I forgot which site it is. I don't remember like site letters. Not garage, the other side, right?
A.
Yes. Fucking wait, count what connects. Like
Yeah, A.
the tree section.
Tree
I
room.
saw someone. All right, Patty, I get it. Okay, so I saw someone
Oh,
put
it's
like
not that hard, damn.
I saw someone put Omen one way smoke with the arrow just right above the door. Worked like magic, right? Like
Yeah, it
there's
just sits in
tons
the
of ways
door.
you can do that with Omen. That's why I was like when we were talking about the Brim's smokes, I'm like that's the first thing that came to mind. Like there's really no good ways to do it with Brim, but with Omen it's like a
I
tier above
don't
it.
think you can one way with brim smoke. I don't think they go
No,
up
because
on
it's like
objects.
half. No, it's like half of a
Yeah, I don't
circle
think they actually can.
orb.
Yeah, it's kind of tragic.
And like there's I think out of everyone, Omen really has gone to the point where they just outplay the enemy if you're really good at him.
Yeah, because the flash has been nerfed like a lot because
It's a
it's
distance, right?
no, it's slower and it costs more. It costs as much as a
Okay.
sage wall now, which is actually kind of crazy, but I mean whatever. But I think it's still good enough that it doesn't take that much skill to use Because before it took like 0 skill because you would just point it at where the enemies are and they'd be blinded in a second because the thing was so fast and it is huge.
Mm-hmm.
But now it like takes a little bit of skill, which is fine. It's not really hard.
Yeah, you throw flash, you teleport right behind them, and you just outplay them.
Yeah.
Well, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, and I do like his. I think he doesn't need I don't think it needs a change, but like if you like got like into like a ready position, like with your gun up out of your like
teleporter.
Yeah, your teleport, not the ult, but like the step.
Yeah.
I feel like that would make him like really, really good, but I don't even think he needs that. Like I still think the step is like it's fast enough.
It's not like
it works really
well out of ult stuff. So I think you think you're fine.
I think it just works really well. His ult is really good now because he used to not be able to cancel it. Now you can cancel it, so you can just ult into like.
Oh, you serious? You couldn't cancel it?
Yeah, in beta you couldn't cancel it. You just ulted and you were there.
I think with the ult, if you're really good at him, you can you can outplay, you can go to a different site plan, you secure the site, you're good. But there are some like newer or just people don't pay attention when they start playing Omen, where they ult and then don't look around the map where you're ulting, and then there's someone behind them, or they see him, but like nothing happens.
Spin around.
Yeah, that's the first thing I do.
Make sure you're all right, you know.
And like one way I guess you can like outmaneuver the ult would be like to see him out of the corner of your eye, but don't pay attention to him and just immediately turn around once the ult is complete.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like I think his ult's pretty good when used correctly.
Yeah.
All right. Next up,
Phoenix. London is his city.
He's definitely got this.
Yeah, he's got this. He definitely has it. Yeah, I think.
So you're putting him in A?
Yeah, an A.
Okay.
I think he's just. I mean, his abilities are all they're good. They're not necessarily overpowered. They're just all really good. Like he's got good flashes. He's got two. Of them.
Yeah.
You can like.
He can heal himself three ways, right?
3 different ways to heal himself.
Yes.
His Molly's good. I think his Molly. The only thing I don't like about his Molly is it's got a really weird art. It's like hard to throw it like far. It like goes for like a little bit and then it just limps, and I'm just like, oh okay, which is weird. But I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. And then his wall is like, I'd say his wall is like, it's not his best ability, but it's the one that can be used the best, because when you like learn to like all the ways that you can curve it and like bend it around things.
I think I remember before we were like, oh, I didn't know you could curve the wall, much like the jet smoke.
Yeah, you can like move like
or
direct it more.
Stuff. Yeah. And like again, people have used that to outplay other people on the enemy team, where like you throw the wall up and then you immediately flash the other side. Yeah. It's a really good move if pulled correctly or if done correctly.
Because you can just be staring at the wall, throw your flash through it, and you just don't get flashed. And it's just like, oh okay. It's just like just get outplayed.
And
his ult it's literally just a free life.
Yeah.
I mean his ult is honestly as good as you are, because it's just you get to play the game one more time.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're good at the game, the ult will be a lot better. If you're bad at the game, the ult's going to be useless because it's just you, but you're bad twice. Unlucky, really.
And you've seen a lot of people come back from their Phoenix ult and just die because someone's behind them.
Yeah, because they didn't ult in a good spot.
Yeah. Or, sometimes it happens, a person tries to knife, misses, and then the Phoenix gets the kill.
Phoenix gets the kill because, you try to knife, because it's just like, why?
Yeah. No, but I do definitely feel like he's really decent duelist. They're definitely a beginner character that anybody can pick up and, like, learn how to do different tricks. Again, the Molly is really weird, but can definitely, like, help you out. Say if you're like last alive and you're trying to prevent someone from defusing or something like that, much like the other mollies. All right.
Next up, I'm putting her in front of Phoenix. because she is probably the most
she's a tank, dude.
beginner friendly.
Yeah.
Because all four, well, not all four. It used to be all four of your abilities could kill. Now the satchels, they don't kill anymore.
No, I thought that. I mean, if you're low enough, the satchels can kill.
No,
right?
They can, but it's just like they do. So like, it used to be that each satchel would do like at max like 75 damage, so they could kill.
Mm-hmm.
Now they only do 50, and I think they reduced the radius of it. So it's a lot harder to kill people now, but that's not really the point of the satchel is to kill. It's about like hopping around. But, every other ability, I mean, the Roomba's great if it works right. Sometimes the Roomba is kind of stupid and just like hits the pixel of I just threw that. Oopsies. I mean, it just like hits the corner of a wall and it just goes into the wrong place. But if it goes to the right place, it can get kills because that thing is fast.
Yeah,
it knows how to move.
Again, you can kill say she throws it, and you can kill the rays, but if you have to reload, you're just done.
Yeah, because if you throw the Roomba out and you peek with the Roomba, they now have to choose: do they kill you? Do they kill the Roomba?
Yeah.
Because if they go for the Roomba, you can bait with the Roomba and just get the free kill.
And if they go for you, the Roomba kills.
Yeah, and if they're close enough, then the Roomba just kills them. It's just like, okay. And the grenade is bright. You want to know what's the funniest thing? I think this is one of the first things, like balance things, they changed the game. So Raze used to have 2 grenades.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
She had 2 grenades and you bought them, and they changed it to 1 grenade, and it was the
based on kills
reset thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I could not believe it. At one point she had, I mean, they took away her 2 grenades before I started playing the beta. Because when I played the beta, Raze was one of the first agents that I played, and she didn't have 2 nades.
I totally I wasn't playing then, but I totally remember seeing like gameplay and people highlights and shit. I'm like, why the fuck does she have 2 nades?
2 grenades, and it's the same grenade that she has now, but she just had a second one. And it was disgusting. The nade still is disgusting. If you hit a good nade, I mean, you can get like 2-3 kills really easily. And
again, you hit it high up, and it explodes up there, and it just releases smaller grenades. You get the whole site.
There's the one explosion, right? The initial explosion, and then it drops 4 more bombs that do more damage.
Yeah,
and it's just so disgusting. I love it.
I think ult can be hit or miss though. Mostly miss.
Its hit reg is weird.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can hit someone like literally 2 feet from their toes and you do like 100 damage.
You kill yourself or you kill them.
Yeah, or there was one game we played recently. It was on Split.
Okay.
No, it was on Split. This is like last week, I think. Or like earlier this week.
Uh-huh.
We were on Split, we were on defense, and I walked into B with my ult, and there was a jet up on side of that, that big like wooden sign that comes out. She was on top of that. I hit like the bottom of the sign, and I killed her. I'm like, how? Like literally, how are you?
I don't even think she was low.
I don't think so either. I think I hit like 140 something or 130 something. So I did almost all of her health.
Yeah.
From like 5 feet away. Like actual 5 feet. Like a ult that should not have killed just killed for no reason. I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's weird.
Like there's good plays as well with the satchel. Good ways to outmaneuver enemies as well.
Yeah.
What else was I gonna say about the ult? Oh, one thing I don't like about the ult is whenever it explodes, it's still like the cloud burst thing still in the air, and I can't. Sometimes like it stays on for too long. I can't see who's like right near it. I feel like that's
kind of weird.
That needs to be fixed though. Other than that, she's fine.
It has a lot of visual clutter, but I mean,
yeah. I like her style. Next up, Sag. Oh, I think you're gonna go with the
honestly, Sag. Yeah, kind of Sag.
I think she's gotten better.
I think she's gotten worse.
Recently, or
yeah, I'm gonna put her at top of Siege because she's better than Jet, I think. But I mean, because her wall used to be cheaper. I think it had more health.
Oh,
I like the way
oh,
that it works now, where it's like you put it down and it's really weak, but if you don't kill it
yeah,
fast enough
yeah.
and it
I
becomes
like
really
that too.
strong, that's nice. But I mean, her ult got, or not her ult, her heal got kind of neutered because it used to be 100 health like kind of
Not
quickly.
50.
Now it's only no, it's 60 health, but it's slower, so it does less healing and it takes longer. So it's just like, oh, okay,
I just feel
whatever, I
like
guess. And
before, when we used to play, like long before when the game was released, Sage was just like either Tones would pick her or like no one would pick her. So like I would be like, okay, I guess we don't have a healer or whatever. But now I feel like a lot of people still pick her. That's why I said to me she feels like she has
I think just more people have gotten
improved.
okay. No, I think more people just got okay with playing someone who was a healer. I
Oh.
think that's what it was, because I think everyone, like, early on everyone just wanted to play the duelist. I mean, everyone still does, but like I think more people got okay with playing not duelists, and so I think that's why
Yeah,
maybe there's just more
supports.
Sage players. I mean, maybe just more people have picked up the game now over time.
Oh yeah, that too. I do her slow orbs.
Their solo orbs suck now because they're so
Yeah,
much smaller. They lost a lot of area.
again, can
Um,
be used very well with other agents' abilities, like say
yeah, you can
the
combo it
nade.
well, but you have to be able to like coordinate with someone else. And
Yeah,
if
I
you're
just don't
playing by
think I'm good at.
yourself,
Yeah, I just don't think I'm good at the orbs, or that like they do that much not damage, but like disturbance to the other team.
yeah,
Ult,
I mean
it's the same. I don't think that it has changed.
nothing's changed. I don't think anything
No.
needs to change. I mean, it's res. That's it.
Yeah,
Bring one person back. That's it.
one shot.
Not a lot to it.
No.
It's a pretty basic ability.
All right. We got next
Sova, he might be
Sova.
the hottest, but he is not the best. I would honestly say probably C behind Sage.
Really? I put him above Sage.
No, I wouldn't, because like his shock darts are good, but like his arrows, now we're at a point where all the lineups are like really predictable,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like really hard to keep coming up with new
Oh,
ones for the
wait,
for
on
the
all of
recon
them or the
dart.
recon? Okay.
Well,
No,
I
I
mean,
agree with that.
for the shock darts, I mean, it's really just doing post plants, so you just got to find different spots to stand. But like
Yeah.
with the recon, all the lineup, a lot of people just kind of know the lineups, so you can literally just sit
Or
there and pre-aim like where it's gonna be.
well, it's not
You can
even
like
just that. It's like
hear it
the
coming in.
whoever is shooting the recon, they're not switching it up. It's the same recon, so that's why that's
Yeah,
why
and
it
then you
made
can
me feel
like
like that.
figure out like, oh, this guy's gonna arrow here every single time,
Yeah.
because it puts all the pressure onto the Sova player to know all these different lineups. Like there's so much time that you need to
No,
invest
no, yeah, I that makes sense.
into lineups, and the drone's all right, but like you're putting yourself into another menu vulnerable, and it does like it takes a while to get out of
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
drone.
say that.
It takes a while, so
It's
like it's
decent, but like it should be quicker.
yeah. And the ult, like you either need to know, and the ult's useful in like three ways. You either know where the entire enemy team is and they're in a tight choke or corridor.
Mm-hmm.
You have someone like either already pinged by like a cipher cam, your owl drone, or the recon dart, and they're just not shooting it for some ungodly reason, or where they're planting. Other than that, that ult is like pretty trash, and you're just gonna miss every shot
Yeah,
because it's a
I've had
very skinny
shit, dude.
ability.
I've had a game where like I'm like I know they're right there, but where I'm not hitting them, and it's probably just my timing is just very off.
Yeah, because
And
it
that's the other
takes
thing
like a
too.
solid second for the shot to go off.
Yeah, and then you gotta reset a little bit. It takes a little bit of time, then go back in.
Yeah.
So like you gotta just really time
The
it.
tech that I did see, I saw this at the Masters tournament. There was a Korean Sova player on their team where when
Mhm.
he would ult looking down at the ground and then pull his mouse up. So he would literally pull the ult out of the ground as he was shooting it. So that way it would like actually go off at the last second when it was straight out where he wanted to shoot
Oh,
it.
oh, and people.
And it
Normally-
actually
'cause
worked
normally-
really
right,
well
okay.
because you
Normally
can't,
people would
you don't
see
have the
it.
time to react to it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really nice. Wow.
But like you gotta know to do that.
You gotta
And that's,
try.
like,
Yeah, we gotta try.
and you gotta
custom
like
game.
be good enough to do that. That's not something that's
Yeah.
easy to do.
No, definitely not. That's timing there too.
Yeah. So that's like, I mean, that's really, really high skill stuff, but like, it's just, there are some cool things, but like, yeah. Other than that, it's just, I don't know, kind of mid. Unlucky for him.
All right.
The queen herself. Fucking Viper. That is just another.
Yep.
Another S tier. Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it briefly. She got a buff.
She got a
made
she
her
didn't get a buff. She got
made her
ascended.
OP.
She literally got ascended.
She ascended.
She was probably the worst agent in the. She literally went from the worst agent into the game to a must pick. Like with overnight.
And her pick rate like just
skyrocketed.
It's
disgusting.
Like even me, who I'm like, I'm not too sure if I should play. Like I'm still like, okay, I'll try it. It's still a little bit difficult to understand some of the lineups, but I do like her abilities a lot more.
Yeah,
now.
and they've actually have done a lot for her because early on it used to be you couldn't put your wall down in the prep phase, and I also
That's right.
When you pulled out your wall, now on your map you can see a line on the map of where the wall is going to go. That used to not exist as well, so they added that. You can wall during prep phase now. When anyone touches your ult, smoke or wall,
that ult
they
is so good.
They instantly lose 30 HP. The ult is great. It's a giant smoke where you get wall hacks in it, just bright red characters.
Or purple, whatever your color is.
Or whatever your color is.
I do like. I don't know if this was before as well. You could pick up the smoke now.
They
before?
They did add that.
Okay,
that was a more recent thing.
That's also a really good thing.
That's nice. The mollies, they buffed the mollies because they make people invulnerable now when they touch them.
Yeah, and it combined that literally with the ult and molly or wall and molly or
because you put your
molly.
Smoke.
If
you want to post plant, put your smoke on like the spike, and then you just go for your post plant and you just chuck your mollies from a mile away, so people are already down.
Yeah, it's gone to the
30
point.
HP, and then they get vulnerable and they start taking molly damage, so you're just gonna kill them. It's disgusting. It's
gotten to the point where I'm more afraid of playing against a Viper post plant than I would be, say,
anyone else.
I was gonna say a Killjoy or anyone with the ult like Sova.
I still think Killjoy has, or not Killjoy, Viper has the best post
lineups. Oh yeah.
Just has the best.
You saw those lineups on Vine where the guy would teleport to the other site, do the lineup and hit where like on the other site it would hit default.
That's disgusting.
Like they go to TP into like showers area, then they would shoot.
They molly from there. Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, that's
that's so gross.
It's so OP.
That's vile. I hate that. I don't like that at all.
All right, who we got next?
Reyna. I'm gonna put her above Omen because I think her nerf, pre-nerf, she would have been A. But post nerf, I think she's B now because I think she's
still very useful.
She's still really good. Her eyes, the blind is still really good.
I thought you were gonna say her eyes. Man, she looks good. No,
she looks fine. I think she does, but regardless,
the blind. Again,
the heal is really nice. I mean, on pistol round, all you have to do is buy a blind, and that's it because they already give you one charge. And if you don't even have to buy armor, you can just buy an upgraded pistol. You get one kill, you now have full armor.
And there's been tons of games where like Reyna's can't clutch in like a good situation.
Yeah,
either with ult or not.
When the biggest complaint when Reyna got nerfed was that her 1v5 potential was weaker. Yeah. That's it. That was what I saw so many people getting upset about when they nerfed Reyna because she used to have 4 charges of either the invulnerable / invis and the heal. Now she has 2, and people were mad that you couldn't 1v5 as easily. And it's like, that was the problem.
Yeah,
she
that's
could
the whole
very
reason.
easily 1v5.
Here at
Fortunately, she
if
can't do
people
that anymore.
I mean, it's possible, but it's not like super overpowered where like literally you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Um,
And her ult's just great. I mean, you get a bunch of
Yeah.
stat buffs, and you get what
You heal?
Viper has in her ult. Yeah, the heal, when you get a kill, you instantly start healing.
yeah.
And then if you want to use one of your charges, which you don't even expend the charges.
I don't think
You
no,
can-
it's full. You're
yeah,
fine.
you don't expend the charges either, and you can just go invisible instead of invulnerable, which is that's just epic. I love that.
A lot of outplays there.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, I feel like you're just putting characters I play at the bottom.
No, Killjoy. Now we're on Killjoy.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll
thank
put
God.
Killjoy in S. Yeah,
Oh,
I think
shit,
she's.
really?
I think she's just broken.
Oh
yeah.
fuck! I thought you were gonna
She's-
put her lower just because of her the when you go because she's balanced now. When you go to a different site, her stuff doesn't work.
Yeah, she has a radius on her stuff, but I mean, it's still like really good.
Yeah.
Like, the alarm bot is like actually kind of hard to notice, and you can stick it around walls, and people like won't see it because it's like instantaneous.
Mhm.
We will jump to people. The turrets, I mean, great for literally whatever you want to use it for. You want it to, whatever angle, if you don't want to watch an angle, you just put the turret down. It does it for you. Literally does your job for you. The mollies are like, I mean, they've been balanced, but they're still
They
like
still
really
do
good.
a lot of damage.
They hurt. And then her ult is just like literally makes it so that the enemy team either doesn't get to play the game, or they're forced to play the game on a timer. And if they don't beat the game before the timer goes off, they just lose. which is great. And it's like the ult, like really the only real way to like counter Killjoy ult is by expending another ult, like either a Sova ult or a Brim ult, or if you're crazy, you get a Raze ult.
I was gonna say, or if you're crazy, you do. I think you're gonna say like a Reyna ult. You go be like either behind enemy lines and do that, or as soon as it like starts to go off, you use your you go invisible. I can't think of the word. Like you go invisible as soon as the ult like does the countdown, and you're fine.
Oh, and it goes off. Yeah, I think it works. I don't know if it does work.
No, yeah, it does work like that. I guess it's you can also do it in like Yoru state when he's ulting.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think she's just good on every map, like any site, anywhere, doesn't matter. She's just good.
And like the trick is to not put the mollies down as soon as they start planting. To do it, you have to like time it properly. That way they don't move and then go plant it in a different spot.
Yeah,
you have to like block them so they don't do that, or they don't have they don't get the chance.
Yeah, you can like space them out really well.
Yeah, and not lastly, but we got second to last.
Sky, every animal lover's favorite agent. I want to put her. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know if I want to put her A or B.
If it's bottom A, yeah, I was gonna say it could be bottom A or top B. I feel.
A.
Yeah,
because I mean her flashes. I mean they're just as good as Breach's. Honestly, they might even be better because you can control exactly where they go, like what you want to flash specifically. You don't have to shoot it through a wall.
Again, fake out plays.
Yeah,
throw it, not even blinded.
Things. Yeah, fake flash.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
You can fake flash, and you can like throw the blind out and then pull your gun out and wait to detonate it. You don't have to do it immediately, which is nice.
And the heal
dog is kind of mid. Okay. Dog's not great, but it's like it's okay. It's not the worst. It's not the greatest. If you hit someone with it, I mean, you can cuss them pretty well. I only wish that the concussion lasted a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be nice. But I mean, the heal heal's insane.
Yeah. Well, you heal multiple people. It's not just like Sage, we're just the one.
Yeah, you can heal 5 people for 100 health each.
Yeah.
Instead of one person for 60 health. and it's so much faster. I think it's faster than old Sage heal.
The only difference here is like I have had like a game where like my Sky is healing and like they're doing a good job about that, but the only complaint with when they're playing is like it's kind of hard to come back into the game like with the weapon after you heal. Like it's not like I wouldn't say if it's quick enough, or maybe like it just leaves you hanging for a little bit, much like the owl from Sova or something, or like her dog even.
Yeah, and her ult is just really good. I mean, it just runs at 3 people on the map. So that's
and
nice.
like you can destroy, but if it hits you, you are blinded, or not blinded, but like you can't see past a certain radius, and you're moving slow.
Yeah.
So you kind of fucked.
Yeah, basically. But yeah,
I think the only problems they had the ult early on was like it kept getting stuck on stuff.
Yeah, it still bugs out. It bugs out on Sage Wall all the time.
Yeah, they fixed it for the most part, I feel, except for
not
like
Sage Wall. It almost
Sage
never.
Wall, yeah.
It bugs out on Sage Wall every single time because it can't go over it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think her biggest enemy would be Sage Walls because the dog also can't do anything.
Yeah.
All right, well, then we got lastly
Yogurt or Yoru.
Yoru.
Honestly, pre-buff, he would be in yuck. He was garbage. Right. He was trash. Right now, I put him at bottom of B. Because his footsteps, as we already said, I think it's the worst ability in the game. Mm-hmm. I literally don't buy it when I play Yoru. I will never buy the footsteps when I play Yoru. Just don't do it. It's a waste of 200 credits. The flashes are a lot better. They're a lot faster. They can still be really weird with their bounce angle sometimes.
Yeah, if you hit it like at a weird corner angle, it'll
it can just do something really strange and not go where you want it to go. It's like, I think that's something I don't really like, is you can't direct exactly where you want it to flash, whereas everyone else, you know exactly where you're going to flash.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way that his teleporter little totem thing is on a cooldown now. That is nice. And it's not too long. I think 35 seconds is great.
Yeah, plenty of time to do some work on mid and then maybe teleport back.
You can put one down at like the start of the round. And then it'll be like over pretty quickly, and you can get 3 in a round if you do it exactly like on cooldown, which is nice. And I like how when you throw it out, it immediately starts the cooldown. Because not the cooldown starting when you use it, because like by the time it ends,
or it hits anything,
if you don't use it right, you just let the timer, you let the teleport run out. The timer is like less than 10 seconds, so it's like if you just don't use it, you're gonna have your next one back up like in a couple seconds, which is really nice. And his ult is not the greatest, but it's better now. It still is pretty useless because I think he needs to be able to see farther.
I was gonna say that too. The radius is really weird.
Yeah, you run faster, nice. You don't get like obstructed by anything, which is also nice. You come out of it pretty fast now, which is also really nice. But like you just can't see anything. Because I remember one time I was playing Yoru on Ascent, and I ulted into A, I think, whichever one has the generator. And I ulted behind Jen because I saw a jet opping on those 2 green boxes. And I went behind the generator and I killed her. What I didn't see was the Sage on the other side of those 2 boxes, who just killed me instantly. I didn't know she was there. And I would have if my ult had actually had a better vision radius. I probably would have seen her too. But I had no idea where she was there because I literally couldn't see her.
And then I do want to say two things on the ult. One, you can retrieve Spike, which I think Patty found out more recently.
That is nice.
Yeah, and 2, if played well with like your team, say you're trying to hunt the last person alive, you can ult, corner them because they can't go through you,
Oh my god.
Your teammates can kill the last person
I
alive.
thought you were gonna say you can like use it like an Omen ult where you just drop your teleporter down, ult in, and then when you're in your ult, you can use your teleporter now. You don't have
that
to wait
too.
to come out of ult to teleport. That's
I
what I
did say
thought
that
you were
earlier.
going with. Yeah.
I did say that, but like I've seen plays like that in like more funny
Yeah, that is
compilations,
nice,
and I'm like,
but,
yo,
yeah. I think the ult it's a little I think it's got just that one really big issue.
yeah, the
And then he's
radius.
got one ability that is literally functionally useless.
I would say his flash are really good. Like
They're good if they hit.
if
right?
if you hit them correctly, they're really good.
Sometimes they just don't. It's
Or you
not
just flash
often,
your
but
other
it's just like,
teammates.
yeah, which is unfortunate.
You got any final thoughts? Anything we gotta wrap it around? The cinematics.
Oh yeah, we finally got war for the first time ever. Jesus, that was
fucking
so,
a year
it was like
after.
3-minute war video, and it just told us so much. Because it's so like the way the Valorant world works is that there's normal Earth and there's
Earth 1, Earth
mirrored
2.
Earth.
Yeah.
And
We'll just
so
do that.
that's how the attack and the defense works, is that the defenders are the normal Earth people who are trying to protect this, whatever Radianite is, it's like an energy source. And the mirrored Earth people are the ones trying to steal the Radianite for their world, because their Earth doesn't have any.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was?
I think so. Because they're taking Radianite because they don't have it.
Yeah, they
for some reason.
teleported. That's what the explosion is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. I don't really remember.
We finally now know that Phoenix is a new player. Like he's more new to the scene.
Most of them are new. Like, so the way it works is that like Kingdom is like the org that I think runs Valorant. Like Valorant is like, I think like a special forces team, like their team. Kingdom, I think, runs Valorant, and Viper and Brim are like the two in charge of Valorant. They're like the leaders.
No, I would even say Sage is also up there, because like Phoenix,
like they literally said like Brim and Viper are the two in charge. Like they know more than everyone else, and so they're like, like this video came out, and they're like, all right, we gotta tell everyone now what's the issue.
Yeah, like Brim, old dude has to tell me what's happening. Yeah, but we got our first look at lore, and literally every time there's a cinematic released, I'm like, please give me a show. I will watch the show.
I mean, League of Legends is getting their show soon.
Yeah.
Months.
So, what are the chances? Mid?
I would say Kai.
Yeah. I would like all the voice actors will definitely come back for sure. Like
one would hope.
Yeah. I guess lastly we'll just briefly mention the big news that happened with the mobile stuff and the other stuff that happened, right?
Oh yeah, we're getting Valorant mobile for some reason.
Yeah.
I have you could kind of tell, like when League Mobile was announced, I was like, okay, I can see how this will work conceptually. Because there were
I don't know how Valorant though is.
There were like tons of knockoff games already that existed that were just League but on mobile.
Yeah, and I understand
and it
that.
Like it worked, and I mean, it like I don't see how you're gonna get a game like this to work on mobile. It's gonna be completely different.
Unless it's like just mini games.
No, right? It'll probably be anything like COD mobile. They're just gonna remove like spray patterns from the game.
I'm just saying because like in a regular game you need like 40 minutes consistently. So like I feel like just mini games would be fine.
They can't, like Wild Rift doesn't take as long. It's a lot quicker.
Oh. Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know if you got any final thoughts.
No.
All right.
Great game. Play the game.
Yeah, I'm still playing. We're probably gonna play it right after this. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
And like, yeah, no, let us know who you main. or what your favorite map is, or how you do the tier list. Yeah, so that's it for this episode. Thank you everyone for listening to it. We're available on all the podcast platforms that are out there. We also have a YouTube, like I mentioned up top. You can like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding that motherfucking bell. Join the Discord, like I mentioned as well. Also have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Nerds Will Be Like Pod, which each member runs. Patty runs the Twitter, Eric runs the Instagram, and Brandon runs the TikTok. So give us a follow on those. I run the email if you want to do it in like send us an email in a formal way at nerdsbellikepod@gmail.com, as well as you guys can send a review on the iTunes app. I think it's just on that one. Petty will read it ASMR style.
Sir.
And we also have merch. Like Brandon always mentions, we have a variety of merch to choose from. So go check that out. Link will be in the big link, as well, just in the description and on the YouTube stuff. And speaking of links, we also have ways to support various types of things. For up top, we have ways to support Palestine and ways to support Colombia. There'll be donations, things like that. We also have ways to support the Asian American communities and as well as the African American communities. Resources, again, down, they'll be sorted out. And lastly, we also have ways to support or donations for the coronavirus, things that are 4 links there. Like Brandon says all the time, just $1 donation is okay. Just $1 would be fine. Yeah. And like I said, for a preview of next week, we're going to be talking about Invincible in the next episode, which we'll record tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
I don't think Patty's going to be there. Correct?
I forgot that was next week, to be honest.
Were you gonna watch it?
Yeah, I was.
It's literally not that long of a show. You can probably watch it before. I mean, we record late, so you can start now if you don't want. I don't know. But yeah, so come back for that next week. A long time, I guess, coming, where we talk about that and all of its glory. So yeah, thank you everyone, and we'll catch you guys next week or next episode. Peace.
Whatever.
Yeah, tomorrow.
That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.